Addiction is the purest form of consumerism. A synthetic dependence that grows from a one-time want to a neurochemical need. It's satisfying to fulfill a need, to solve a problem, even if it's one you created.
You're stalling.
My point is this. As suppliers, we face an inelastic demand curve that makes profit wars and marketing irrelevant. Consumers don't quit, but they also don't switch. The inextricability of the product from the buyer's brain begets a very strong brand loyalty. Meanwhile, anti-narcotic legislation enforces this de facto oligopoly. This is not to say there's no money to be made, quite the opposite. There's security in a business model that plays to the buyer's weaknesses. As a new cog in the consumer's cortical clockwork, our product will take the socioeconomic behavior of the consumer and turn it into just that, clockwork. It's this level of predictability that translates directly into profitability. Ask any stockbroker. Hell, ask any the homeless guy. Where do you think all their money goes?
I could give a shit, Abrams. I'm here to find out where all of our money went.
It's a solid idea.
If it were solid, we'd have our share. And I wouldn't be here.
It cuts the dealer out of the equation. And no more shootings, stabbings, or arrests. Just put the money in the machine and push the secret button. It's safe, it's efficient, and it's unprosecutable. We both know this could work.
Sure, it can work. So long as no one hacks open the vending machine with an axe. We both know that junkies are inelastic enough to do that.
There are always kinks to be worked out. Next time we'll...
Next time? Do you really think that you can survive in this industry without ever getting your hands dirty?
I'm an idea man. I don't have to get my hands dirty.
No.
I can predict.
Maybe people aren't as predictable as you think.
Oh, I think you might be wrong about that.
You realize that this game adds up to 0, don't you?
Actually, Miss Fargo, I'd say the situation calculates negatively for you.
Curry Isaacs. What are you still doing with this scraggly ass shithead?
Hey!
Act in your own best interest. Multi-talented attorneys such as yourself could find a real high place with us. Or are you still doing fucking around with vending machines over here?
My client admits that the vending machines might not have been his most shining example of foresight.
No, I don't. I don't admit that.
But he feels his next proposal has the potential to recoup our losses thereof several times over.
You want to pay us back for a shitty idea with another shitty idea?
We want to supplement a solid idea with an equally solid idea that works on the same principles. You see, I think people gravitate towards substances of the mind-altering variety.
Just spit it out or shoot me. Either way, let's get this over with. The fuck is that?
This is the reason you are going to put your gun away, walk out that door. Yes, the vending machine idea was poorly executed. But you're gonna need me when you want more of this stuff, and trust me, you're gonna want more. That's the stuff the government does mind wipes with. Depending on the dosage, you can erase anywhere from 5 minutes to 6 hours, up to and including moment of ingestion.
Bullshit.
Wait for it.
Enjoying your drink?
You fuck. You fuck! What did you put in this?
I myself don't quite know how it works. Something about short-term, long-term memory engrams, but it's pretty seamless. Once it kicks in, our conversation up until this point will sublimate from your brain like a bad dream. You'll remember walking in, you'll remember sitting down, but you won't remember downing that beverage.
Think of it like a mental undo button. Binge and purge.
A neural enema.
Mind fuck. Side effects?
Not according to the military. But just to be safe, I sold a few drops to a pedestrian. Let's just say I made all her problems go away.
Price?
I don't think I need to tell a woman of your background that the first taste is always free. But for those next 3, I'd like my debt cleared.
Cleared. Forget it. However, I may be willing to switch you over to a more reasonable payment plan.
We can live with that. I don't foresee any problems making this stuff profitable, especially for your contemporaries. Why whack when you can erase?
Why shoot up when you can just forget?
All right, Abrams. I'll take these into the bosses. And if they turn out to be something that we want to pursue, maybe I won't have to kill you just yet.
Feedback?
You were brilliant. Gets me every time the way you litigate, and you know your way around a trigger.
Occupational necessity. Let the client fumble with the safety for a few minutes, and the jury starts to doubt the murder weapon is even his.
Speaking of juries, are we pleading not guilty?
Don't we always?
And our dear friend Cameron. Is she scheduled to drop by today?
Not for a couple of hours.
Good. Those samples I gave Fargo should keep her off our backs for a few days. More than enough time to get the next shipment in.
When is that arriving?
Wait for it. Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
The war, still.
You're being underutilized in Afghanistan. You should send your resume to Bob Hope. Get on that USO thing.
Bob Hope's dead, dude. You should keep up with current events.
I'm too busy to watch the news. Speaking of business...
Yes, I'll mail your package. Although I don't know what you'd want with a carton of government-issue pens.
I told you not to look inside. The less you know, the better. Hell, if I could get this stuff from anywhere besides Kabul, I'd have someone else do the pickup.
They don't write. Is there something in there besides ink?
Charlie,
Alright. I won't tell you how to live your life. I just think that you should pursue more realistic goals.
People don't invest in reality anymore. That's why this substance is going to sell.
Is that Curry?
Hi, Charlie.
You guys keeping safe? I read somewhere the neighborhood's getting dangerous again.
Well, it's not as if these streets are unaccustomed to violence, but now that you mention it, there's a billow rising over downtown. Black smoke. Probably gasoline.
Recurring patterns in the swarm. I don't know why everyone's so surprised to see senseless violence from senseless insects. That's why I'm in this business.
Here we go.
Because that's the trajectory of human progress. Our food gets faster, our stimulants get purer, and TV goes digital. All the while, society's predisposition for masochistic anarchy only becomes more predictable.
You and your freaking speeches.
Uh-oh.
I stopped listening after
Sorry,
the word
Charlie, we've got to go.
insect.
Hey, what are you doing?
Closing all incriminating windows. Go lock away the rest of the substance. Make sure nothing's readily apparent.
Well,
I just spotted Cameron on her way over here.
I thought we were on top of this.
Well, apparently our informant's watch is fast.